I want to say a very special good afternoon to my guest. I'm not going to tell you who you are. She is going to tell you who she is. How are you and welcome?
I am very well, thank you. I'm better now that I'm seeing you. It feels like this is really my second home. You did not lie. So this is the voice of Wendy H. Lewis,
Hi,
former
Wendy.
host on Soca 919.
That's right.
Yes, Street. You all know Street. I from
He
the
was here
original
from Soca.
crew.
That's
yeah.
right.
Who am I? I'm a certified protocol officer. I lead the Trinidad and Tobago Corporate Training Academy.
Yes.
I'm a radio and television host.
That's right.
Isha Wells has been my sister in media for years. Years upon years upon years. Your boss is my brother, so
That's
this is
right.
family here. And I came up with a concept, Isha, in answer to a question.
Interesting.
So let me start with the question. Why are our youths heading, some of them, in the wrong direction? Why is it that with all the teaching and everything that others are pointing to them, whether they be workshops, whether they be, their own basic education, why are we not seeing a shift?
Yeah.
So at 2 a.m., I got up and I just started writing. And I just kept repeating on paper, map it out, map it out, map it out. I'm like, what is with this map it out? And then I put a full stop after the M, a full stop after the A, and I realized there's an acronym. I said, Holy Spirit, speak. What is this acronym about?
Yeah.
Mindset, attitude, purpose. So then I took this MAP concept and I didn't just apply it to the young people. I applied it to my entrepreneurial workshop. I applied it to a discussion I was having with someone concerning crime. I applied it to a discussion I was having with someone concerning parenting. I literally just came off the set. I was talking about map it out again. Aisha, life is a journey.
That's right.
And if you don't have a map, you could lose direction.
All the time.
So you can't receive information from whoever, wherever, without the right mindset,
That's true.
without the correct attitude, and without understanding your purpose. So then up came Admin Professionals Week, and I decided this is my opportunity to pour into companies, to pour into individuals, so that people can recognize you could come up with any course under the sun. If the person on the receiving end doesn't have the right mindset, the right attitude, and understand their purpose, you're speaking in vain.
That's right.
That's where we are.
And I couldn't agree with you more. Before you came in for this interview, we were talking about the crime situation. The fact that even though CARICOM leaders, heads of state from different countries, dignitaries are here to talk crime, crime still rapidly persists in Trinidad and Tobago. And it ties into the concept of MAP. No matter who sits at the heads of these countries, if the people don't have the mindset, the attitude and the purpose, you're talking to the Wendy and the Wendy.
Correct. Aisha, I think the citizenry, and when I say citizenry, I'm speaking very open, very wide. If it doesn't fall in your garden, don't pick it up. We don't have a mature citizenry. You put up a post about what somebody said at the same forum, it turned into politics. It turned into race.
That's right.
It turned into your views from when you were with Adam as a little boy. And you missed the whole point, and you missed the entire concept.
That's right.
I heard somebody said on Monday, the 2 days ain't finished yet, but on Monday they concluded that all these CARICOM leaders are in the higher talking foolishness.
Yeah, I've been seeing it on social media.
So I
as
thought, how did you come to that conclusion before the 2 days ended? So you already formed a preconceived notion
in your mind.
in your own personal mind, forgetting that you are also a public figure with some level of influence, and you don't realize that you're causing more damage than anything else, which is why I switched social media. And I saw another sister friend from media, Abba, did the same thing. She said, let's discuss something positive.
I saw that, I did.
And I said, you know what? I'm going to feed off this. And I said, let's talk about a positive Trinidad and Tobago. I should have so many good things happening right here in Trinidad and Tobago. You think every man under the sun is a perpetrator? You think every woman under the sun lose directive and don't know her worth? You think all the children going crazy? No. But we're not hearing about it. We don't communicate.
You know what I realize as well? Keeping in that vein, Jamaicans are very passionate about
Yes.
Jamaica.
Yes.
Even though Jamaica is battling a crime problem, that is not what Jamaicans sell, you know.
Correct.
Jamaicans sell Jamaica, the
Yes.
country, the scenery, tourism, what to do, what to enjoy.
The music.
Some people visit Jamaica on their bucket list and never know Jamaica have a crime problem. They don't know what Jamaica murder toll is. It's not publicized as much.
Thank you.
Because they understand
what
that type of mindset will do to the country.
So it comes down to marketing, it comes down to communication. At the end of the day, this is Trinidad and Tobago. What are we putting out there? We all have a societal responsibility. Media included, all of us in media.
Yeah.
What we really saying? What's the language?
That's right.
Even the homes. What's the conversation? I'm not saying put a blanket on things, you know.
Yeah.
And that things aren't happening, you know, but you get to choose. Life is a reflection of the choices we make.
That's right.
You get to choose your conversation. You get to choose where you're going. You get to choose what you wear. It's about choices. We are the ones, and let me share this bit. Years ago, and I heard this when I was even living abroad. They asked Mother Teresa, before our time, to join an anti-crime march.
Okay.
Consecutively, every year. She won't join. And then a year she was promoting a peace walk. And she was front and center. And then they said to her, but for years we've been asking you to join the anti-crime march, and you've declined, you've never shown up, you've never said anything. But here you are, supporting this peace walk. What changed your mind? She said, nothing changed my mind. Anything you speak out on, you attract. Anything you go against, you attract. So rather than talking against crime, let's talk peace. Let's talk peace. Let's talk love. Let's talk harmony. Let's talk family values. Let's talk a village that once raised a child.
That's right.
Let's hear what the millennials are thinking, the Gen X, all these people. Their views matter, you know. We don't have a lost generation. We have lost mindsets. People too fixed. People don't want to grow. People don't want to accept on both sides of the divide. Young people need to be more open-minded to understand that there are things in that era that will help you survive.
That's right.
And the elderly need to recognize that this is all we know, yes, but we're not living back then. So let's give them a hearing. A lot of our young people get into hot waters because they're not heard.
Yeah.
Mom, you got a minute? I'm busy. Dad, can I talk to you? Not right now.
Everybody's working outside of the home to make ends meet. The children raising themselves.
So, thank you. And those who are not raising themselves, children raising children.
Yeah.
What's your vision for your life? Where are you going? And I'm not referring to whether you want to be a doctor or a teacher. Because one of the things we need to switch in our mindset is there's a huge difference between education and certification.
Yes.
And a lot of people too focus on certification and miss the education. And there's room for both, and there must be a balance.
Yes.
So the seminar is there for companies to chime in. Get your staff out.
Yeah.
And let them sit down and even tie in the M.A.P principle to the vision of your firm. I'm not going to sit with the staff of Street 91.9 and talk about BBC One Extra. I understand the vision of this house, the mission, the core values, so that the staff under the sound of my voice will be able to connect and be a part of and do the right thing where that whole strategic plan is concerned.
And sometimes it's just that everybody isn't on the same page in the corporate market. So I just here to work, you here to bottle up to the boss, you just here for... Everybody comes with their own agenda.
Correct. Correct.
And nobody knows what's the agenda of the company they work.
That's correct.
They just there.
Yeah.
And Trinidad and Tobagonians suffer from it. You see it
in
the way we handle our customer service.
Oh, Lord. You hit a nerve, Isha. Customer
Corporate
service.
Companies come in here. And with Trini type of attitude, they quickly pack up their corporate companies and go back to whence they came. Because that's not their standard.
Correct.
Some of these big name brands are accustomed to a certain standard. And when they come here and they hire trainees,
untrained trainees. Laissez-faire attitude.
Yeah.
You show up when you feel.
Yeah.
You wear what you want.
Yeah.
You speak to people how you feel.
And a break.
Yeah. Oh, you still get a response.
Oh.
Sometimes they sit there, they file. I walked into a store, the girl is filing her nails. I said good afternoon. She didn't hear me. She's busy with the nails. I walked through the store, picked up a few things. A good minute.
Yeah.
You getting through? I said, I beg your pardon? I said, good afternoon. Afternoon, yeah, you getting through? I said, is that how you greet customers?
Yeah.
You know, the eyes start to roll up and the neck start to move.
Attitude. Yeah, that's right.
I said, if nobody walks in the store and nobody purchases anything, very soon your manager has to shut this down because he doesn't have any money to pay you. You have a moral and ethical responsibility to engage people in this mall, to walk into your store, and when they do, your sales ethics should determine whether they buy or not.
That's right.
Aisha, we had to fix it.
We have to, Wendy.
So
and
when I saw the problem,
start of it.
I said, let me come with a solution.
This is the start of it.
Yeah.
And I'm even going a step further to say, come out of corporate and get into the schools, Wendy.
Oh, definitely. I was at Holy Faith Convent in Couva last week, Tuesday.
Wendy, talk to the children.
Yes.
Help them to understand MAP.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mindset, attitude,
purpose.
As young as 2 to as
you
old
understand?
as 15, 16, they just lost.
Yeah.
I used to do talk shops with the Ministry of Education. I've been to several of the servals and those life training centers. And every time I go, I will give my phone number to the students there. Because sometimes a talk shop just is that, a talk shop. And when you walk,
agreed,
they go back to their life, nobody to connect with, nobody to reach out to. Wendy, by the time I give out my number and come off the stage, hundreds of messages coming in on WhatsApp from young people with their own life situation who didn't have anybody to reach out to. Our children, some of them, aren't bad by choice, you know.
No.
They are just bad because they don't know how to express themselves.
They don't even know that they're bad.
In a world that doesn't understand them. I think that's the word I want to use.
And you're right. You're on point. Yeah. We speak in different languages. Yeah. And some of the elderly ones, they have no desire to understand the young ones. No. This is how I speak. Yeah. And you need to understand me. But but you have to listen.
That's right.
Aisha, we are not old, we're not old, but we have a few decades in us. Yeah. But one of the things I always remember, we used to have a Friday, we used to call it a family meeting. Any issues you had during the week? Anybody have anything they want to say? It might be a complaint, it might be a joke, it might be some homework, it might end up with a cocktail too if you're wrong.
When did the family's not even meeting anymore except for a funeral?
And wedding.
A wedding. Families don't meet? You remember times we go in and spend time by cousin's house for August vacation.
Listen.
Can't wait for school to close. Everybody's sleeping on the ground in auntie house.
Yeah.
Everybody... We don't have that anymore.
No, because we're competing with neighbors too. Yeah. So it's about who could get a visa first and who's going to New York. Yeah. And we throw our children right in there. Yeah. When I spoke to those girls at Holy Faith Convent last week, Tuesday, and I was talking to them about the same map. And I spoke to them about their dreams and their visions that they have for their lives and living out your own dream and not the dream of your parents.
Oh boy, you touched a nerve.
Yeah, I did. I deliberately touched the nerve. And when I said that, I got a round of applause. And I had to remind them about a YouTube that went viral with a young lady who was studying to become a doctor. She did, top of her class, valedictorian, all the rest of it. And in her speech, she said, Mom and Dad, this is for you. I never wanted to study medicine. Can I now live my life?
Oh my.
All your money going down the drain. Oh. You did it for what? To compete? To look good? Because your mother wanted to be a doctor and she couldn't? So how many years of this child's life going down the drain? Because she fulfilled your dream. Yeah. No job is a disgrace, long as you're earning an honest living. Yeah. And that's some of the things that I point to them all the time. I spoke to some young people at the Victim and Witness Support Unit. I said, how you all feeling? Miss, I could ride the van, you know. I said, I beg your pardon? Miss, I could go back up the road. I said, up the road where? Because like I'm confused. Why would you want to go back there?
Yeah.
Well, at least we get 3 square meters and that's the life we know. And Miss, there nothing for me out here. I have no education. I said, hold up. I said, what are you good at? Well, Miss, me, I know. They shrugged the shoulder. I said, no. What are you good at?
Yeah.
What did you used to do? What occupied your time before your situation?
Yeah.
Well, I used to comb hair and thing. I said, when you say you used to comb hair, what you mean? Braids, locks, what? Miss, I could do everything.
You see?
Miss, I could braid, I could, Miss, you name it, weave, everything. I said, and who do you do it for? Well, my cousin, I said, and do they pay you? Well, Miss, no. Them is family. I said, even more reason why they should invest in you. I said, because it's your gifts that make room for you.
That's right.
The place got quiet. I said, what do you want to become? Talk to me, ladies. Then I started to hear about nail tech. I said, pause. I said, my nail tech is between $250 to $300, depending on the design and whether I choose to put something, She's always booked. Let's just say she has 10 people a day. That's $2,500. A day. By the end of the week, $12,500.
That's right.
$50,000 a month, Aisha, as a nail tech.
A nail technician.
You're not paying rent. You're in your mother's house downstairs. Your gift making room for you.
That's right.
I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I believe in education. I'm educated, but at the end of the day, your gift is what make rooms for you. All the study I study, I went to university, I have a master's, I studied child psychology because I really wanted to understand those children and help them, especially those who been abused. And even today I dealt with something that was so poor raising and all the rest of it. But every school report, Wendy's a brilliant student but too talkative. If Wendy will talk less. Where am I now, Aisha?
Talking for a living, Wendy.
Thank you. Let's map it out. You all want to get in touch? To have something for your company, you want to attend the individual one where we have a group of people from different walks of life.
So tell us the different packages and plans you have available so we would know how it fits in. Because people message me now to find out if you're doing counseling.
Yes, I do.
Counseling couples.
Yes, I am a certified counselor.
Counseling children.
Yes, I am.
Wendy, talk to the people.
So I have 9 hats. So yes, I am a certified counselor as well. I am radio, television. I own and run the Corporate Training Academy. I'm an author and all those cute things. But at the end of the day, the vision that I have for my life, because I can't tell you to map it out if I haven't mapped it out, is to create change and impact lives. I want to see better young people, better everything. So we have 3 packages. First package is an hour of power.
Ooh, I love that.
Companies, you don't need to change anything. It's during the lunch break.
Okay.
Everybody come into the conference room. We have an hour of power.
Love it.
I tie the MAP principle into your vision, your mission, your core values, and we have a very informal conversation.
Okay.
Too many times, they bring people into the workplace to talk down to the workers.
That's right.
I already have to deal with my job description that says I have to come in at a certain time, work a certain amount of hours to ensure that I get this pay.
Yeah.
Don't do this. No, come here. Don't go to that meeting. I need you here. They've had enough of that.
That's right.
They don't want somebody else to come in to talk down to them.
Yes.
They want somebody to have a conversation. Let's map this thing out. Yeah. So that's 1 hour of power. Then I go deeper. I add an entrepreneurial aspect to the 3-hour session.
Okay.
That could be 9 a.m. to 12 noon, could be 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Companies can buy into that as well.
Yes.
And then a lot of people said to me, but we don't have a group at work, it's just one admin staff I have. Or I just want to do this on my own. Yeah. I want to hear more about this thing. So then I partnered with different venues so that I can create a platform for people to come in, sit down for an hour of power, or do the 9 to 12. It's all happening next week in Admin Professionals Week. Call the office. Now the office is closed up. It is now after 5.
Yeah.
Call the office between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. The office number is also linked to WhatsApp. You can send a message and you can also send an email. The number is 269-3567.
Repeat that.
269-3567. All inquiries.
Yes.
Remember, the office is closed. So if you send a WhatsApp, you send a message, we'll see it in the morning.
Yes.
If you would like to send an email, for the company platforms. Send your company name, how many staff you're thinking of, what day you're thinking of next week, and although it's Admin Professionals Week, this is ongoing.
Okay.
So if you don't get in next week, you may get in the next week, next month, whatever. We could turn this into a whole conference because it has to change. So you have 3 options. You have the email address is ttt@corporatetrainingacademy@gmail.com. ttt@corporatetrainingacademy@gmail.com or 269-3567. And we have to map it out.
I'm going to take a few calls, people. Wendy, just have a few more minutes with us. Call in and talk to her. Hey, my Auntie Jasmine is on the live.
Hi, Auntie Jasmine.
In New Jersey. She says, I just love her. So
Thank you, Auntie Jasmine. Auntie Jasmine, I was just in New Jersey.
Yes, Clifford Mendez is on the live as well. He says,
hi, Mr. Mendez. How are you? I know him.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes, so you have a nice feedback. The lines are open. We are taking your calls. Feel free to get in and chat with Wendy. Don't forget to take advantage of the sessions available, the 1 hour of power, in person or virtual, for the workforce and to balance the workforce, and of course the entrepreneurial tips to add an additional and a second income. That one is very important.
Very, very important.
You can't survive on one income.
No, not in 2023. No. Humanly impossible.
Okay, so we have a mother messaging to find out, how do you determine what your child gifts are?
Find it. It's in your childhood.
You usually find it in
It's
your childhood.
always in your childhood. So pay attention to your child. What's your child's passion?
Yeah.
But you have to have the conversation with the child, because some children, and this is not the case of the person who's asking the question, some children don't have a relationship with their parents.
Yeah.
So they can't even communicate to you what that passion is.
Yeah.
What is it? What lights up your child?
Yeah.
Your child may be simply sitting on a couch and see somebody running. And you realize, but no, why are you always running? I like to run. There's a track and field star.
That's right.
There's a little Olympian right there.
Yeah.
No matter how I tell this boy to sit still, he in the road playing football. He like football.
Yeah.
He keep watching the neighbor with the welding. That's where your child heading. So
pay attention, parents.
Pay attention.
Important.
Pay attention.
It is important. So Denise Cummins is on the line. She says she grew up with Wendy and Curtis. They are from the area. This person know you from childhood, girl.
Yeah, boy. Denise Cummins.
Let's see who's there. Caller, you live.
Hi,
How you doing? How you doing?
Good afternoon to Miss Wendy.
Good afternoon.
Right, I was listening to you. Very excellent. Sounding very good. And it's true that long time, you start sure, and what do you want to be when you get big? Usually that is when they know from a young child, as you said, what they want to be, because they have that desire. You see, when they were created, God instilled that in their DNA. And you have to remember also that a parent is 2 different types of DNA coming together. So you might be a doctor, but your child may take more to the father's side. You understand? So he might not want to be a doctor or her, but, they have their own likeness, because God created everybody differently. And that's what we have to respect,
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your contribution, yes.
So we have about 2 more minutes left. My countdown is on for the ads. We are taking your calls. Feel free to get in touch base with Wendy. Wendy, they're asking for the number and the contact information again.
The number is 269-3567. That's 269-3567. And I will also go back to the live, Isha, and I will put it up.
Thank you so much.
And the email address is ttt@corporatetrainingacademy@gmail.com. And those of you all who are on Facebook, TTTCTA, the Corporate Training Academy, has a page on Facebook as well.
Okay, cool. And they're also asking, do you do training sessions for person interested in public speaking?
Yes, I do. So the Corporate Training Academy, the website is www.thecorporatetrainingacademy.com. We do corporate protocol and etiquette, customer service, presenting, public speaking, leadership and governance, strategic marketing, you name it.
A wealth of information you brought for me today. 1 minute to go. Closing comments, Wendy.
Aisha, I really hope that people under the sound of my voice make a conscious decision, make a choice to get your children involved in mapping it out. Your children. Let your children understand that they need a vision for their lives. Right. So it's not just about the youths and people who are administrative professionals. Every single person needs to be able to map your lives out, else somebody else will be mapping it out for you.
Well said.
So thank you.
So much for coming.
Thank you for
Don't
having
be a
me.
stranger now.
No,
It's
not. I know, it's not that I'm. My hand's so tight. My hand's overflowing.
Every time I turn on my TV, you talking to some international person, some minister, somebody. You're busy, and I like that.
I have to do the work. I can't just highlight the problem and not come with the solution.
I totally agree. We're doing too much at talk shops and nothing coming out.
Something have to come out of it. We have to. Trinidad and Tobago, I love my country too bad.
Yeah, we had to do things differently.
Yeah, and thank you. Because when I listen to you, Miss Lady, Queen of Talk.
Sometimes I want to leave it alone.
No. We've had this conversation.
Yes, we have.
You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
20
seconds, Wendy. My answer upon me. We'll chat soon.
20 seconds, I love you.
I love you.
Trinidad and Tobago, I love you more.
We're going to go for a break. We'll be back. Stay with us.